Hey folks, how's it going? We are checking out Inbetweeners movie. We have finished all 3 seasons of Inbetweeners, and they're all fantastic. The last episode still left me with a few questions that I'm hoping the movie answers. Somebody in the comments said that it won't because the UK doesn't really wrap up stuff with a nice bow. In regards to like when it comes to like a last episode, they won't always feel like I guess I would consider like a last episode here in the States. I can see that, but I'm hoping some of us answer. Like I'm hoping they go into a little more detail about like Simon and Carly. They pushed that relationship so much, but there was never any conclusion to it. So are they just going to leave it out? They constantly joked around about Neil's dad being gay, but never gave like a concrete answer in regards to like, is he gay or not? They never gave us that. I'm not saying I absolutely need it, but it'd be cool for them to kind of like touch base on some of those. You know what I mean? What's another one? Oh, Jay lying all the time. I thought they might go into detail about like Jay lying a little bit more. They hinted around about like I guess he's seeing us like a doctor now, seeing a shrink now because of him lying all the time. He like kind of just laughed it off, but they didn't go into that. Yeah, like I learned early on why Jay lies. He mentioned to that kid that he'll rather be known for something as opposed to just being invisible or something like that. So he just makes up these lies just so he can be remembered. That I get that. That's understandable. Also, the way his dad treats him too. His dad trying to kind of treats him like shit. A lot of it can stem from that, like him feeling like worthless all the time because his dad's always put him down. So that can be a part of it too. So they somewhat answer some of it. They kind of answered that Neil's dad is gay because he kind of leans a lot more towards him being gay, but it wasn't definitive. Yeah, it was just a lot of things that I thought would be cool if they're answered. Alright folks, let's just go ahead and jump into it, man, and see how good this movie is. Dude, that movie was fantastic. That movie was funny, had a nice amount of cringe moments in it. Jesus, man. I was like, come on, man. Get over Carly. You're killing me with the Carly thing, man. But, of course, that kind of stuff adds a little bit more, like, value to the story. But it was still good. This was a really good movie, man. I don't know why I said it was still good. This movie is good in general. A lot of funny moments. I love how Neil didn't care. That dude, the dude is not picky at all. He just enjoys his life, and I love that, man. That's how you should always be. And, like, Jay's always been, like, a dick. I'm like, dude, but you've been, like, an extra dick. Like, I was like, man, like, with that girl and everything. And when people, like, the dudes, like, call her cow and well and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, dude, she just thick. I'm not sure what is it with guys who don't like thick chicks. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not judging you, but I don't understand it. Because I'll date a skinny girl just as fast as I would date a thick girl, as fast as I'd date like a bigger girl. As long as you're cool, man. And she was cool and cute and chunky. That's my jam, man. That's like a trifecta for me, man. You had a cool personality, you had a cute face, and you thick. That's my jam. So it's always funny when I watch these movies, they like calling people cows and, oh man, she's so big. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you. Whatever, dude. That's more for me. Keep on hating. That is more for me. Well, not more for me now because I'm in a relationship, but you know what I mean. And like I said, I'm not knocking somebody who thinks that way. I'm just saying I never understood it. It was great, man. When I saw Giles, I keep saying Giles, but he comes from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He's Giles in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's what I know him as. But when I saw him, I was like, oh man, I guess it's a pretty decent match for his dad. He still was making fun of him though. It was cool seeing Gilbert at the end, like actually like a four-wheeler, like enjoying his life, even if it was for just like that quick second. I loved his speech, the shit he was talking in the speech. That was great as well. A lot of great things, man. This movie overall was really, really good, man. But still, Neil has the best take on life to me. He accepts everything as is. He takes any type of chick as they come along. Like he don't judge based on like how old you are, any of that shit. So he has probably like the best like take on life. Even though the rest of them were just really entertaining. So my camera kicked out, but that's cool. Just gonna finish the review. So I don't really want to list off favorite parts, but I'll say about the best overall thing about the movie for me is the fact that it felt like a long episode. I don't really feel like they deviated off like the normal writing they would put in the show itself. And a lot of things would do that where they try to go too elaborate and they try to bring in such a large demographic of people as opposed to trying to cater to like the core audience. Like usually if you make the core audience happy, it's going to spread around because like word of mouth is a big deal. I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they didn't change it so much that it felt completely foreign. I thought that might happen. Even when people saying that it's pretty good and all that jazz, I thought it still might happen just a little bit. A little bit in me was like they still might try to deviate a little bit. I thought it was cool that they started having the most fun when they just started hanging out with each other. I thought that was really, really cool too, man. That like once they started hanging out with each other and they kind of forgot like chasing girls and all that jazz, that's when they started having fun and then the girls came along. And that's how it should be, man. It's so funny because like they all get in the way of themselves, you know what I mean? And a big part of like Jay's so concerned about what everybody else thinks, he was about to mess up a good thing, you know. And a lot of people do that though. A lot of people are so concerned about what everybody else thinks about like outside things, about what car you drive, what girl or guy you're with, all that, and they're too busy worried about everybody else where they can't be happy. Don't do that. There's so many. I know so many people who do that, man. Honestly, I feel like you're happier that way, as opposed to trying to impress other people. There was a lot of good stuff going on in this movie. A lot of funny jokes. It just, like I said, it felt like a long episode of the show. And I don't want to list off all the favorite moments. There's so many of them. The guy sniffing, coke and getting shit on his nose. Jay getting pants. Simon walking in with a huge smile and then crying on the bed. Jay's dad being like a douchebag and calling Neil's dad gay, a gay preacher. Like, there are just so much funny stuff that happened in this episode. Gilbert's speech, like telling him like nobody say like, this is a dead poet society. Like, that whole speech was hilarious. There's just so much good stuff, man. I don't want to list it all off. I feel like the whole movie was great. It just felt like an extended episode of Inbetweeners, and that's why it was magic. That's why it was really, really good. Yeah, some of my questions that I did have still went unanswered, but it didn't take any value away from it. Like, do I really need to know if Neil's dad is gay or not? I don't really need to know. It's just something I was curious if they're going to ever, like, you know, let it out. Because just because they have a kid doesn't mean he's not gay. So, I'm just saying. Like, it's small stuff like that that really didn't bother me. It was cool they reveal, like, Will's dad, though. I think I said that already. There's a lot of good stuff in this movie. I don't want to keep on rambling off. I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was great. I look forward to watching the second one. Heard I might not like the second one, but I'm just going to go in with a clear head, low expectations, and see if I can enjoy it. Alright guys, that is all for this one. Hopefully you guys are happy, safe, and healthy. I'll see you in the next one. Later.